Okay, so let's learn how to troubleshoot a pressure sensor. There's a couple components that you want to look into when doing so. So in front of me, I have the Pressure Scout calibration window up. Oh, I'm sorry, the Pressure Scout configuration window up. Just get rid of this window right here. So in front of me is the register values. You got the scale settings, device settings, basically all of the configuration settings of the Pressure Scout. Under register values, you want to look at register address 3000. Register address 3000 reads the sensor voltage of the pressure sensor that's attached to the Pressure Scout. What you want to look for is 500 millivolts, and that's what we see here. So we know that the Pressure Scout's pressure sensor is operational, and it's up and running, and it's okay. You want to look at the battery voltage of the pressure sensor, of the Pressure Scout. You want to see that it's reading a nominal 3.3 volts. With a solar panel, it can go up to 4 volts or so, around, within that ballpark. You want to look at the sensor PSI as a float, so registers 3008 to 3009. So my Pressure Scout, for example, is a 0 to 5000 PSI capable Pressure Scout. I'm reading 8.39 at environment. That is within tolerance. So these Pressure Scouts are expected to have at environment a pressure sensor reading of half to a percent tolerance. This 8.3 out of 5000, that's well within that tolerance. So no need to worry about that. So register address 3000 has the nominal 500 millivolts. Register 3008 to 3009 is within tolerance of the pressure sensor's measurement. Register address 65532 has the nominal 3.3 volts. I'm using a battery. That's exactly what I'm expecting. Now, sometimes these numbers can be skewed due to calibration settings or a zero offset that's been done. So before you look at any of these register values, you'd want to go to settings. You want to go to pressure sensor 0. You want to erase the 0. Then you want to go back to settings, pressure sensor calibration, erase calibration. Of course, I don't have anything there. This is just for testing purposes. And then you want to click on update reported sensor values. So in my case, the numbers have stayed the same because I didn't have any calibration or zero offset settings. But with a lot of different applications, that's going to be the first thing that you want to do because your application might have those calibration zero offset settings programmed into the Pressure Scout. So you want to clear all those first and look at the raw readings. So from this configuration window, I can deduce that my Pressure Scout is up and running and it's functional. Of course, the last thing to kind of confirm this, hitting the nail with the coffin type of thing, would be to get a reference sensor or a reference pressure reader and screw it into the pressure sensor of the Pressure Scout and make sure that the Pressure Scout is able to read what your external pressure meter is reading as well. And those are the telltale signs, the top tips on how to troubleshoot your Pressure Scout.